readings, zodiac sign Capricorn, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. Welcome to your reading for 23 by I'm a Lightworker. Thank you very much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. When you do subscribe, please remember to turn on the notification bell. These are general readings, and if you'd like to have a private consultation with me, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com and visit the website www.amalightworker.com. For those of you who would like to know more, I have done a whole new reading for your sign and for each sign of the zodiac, and those readings are available for download and purchase through vimeo.com in the link posted down here below in the Show More description box. I will first open with an Akashic Records messages for you. So I will give you the messages from the Akashic Records. And then once that reading is over, I'm also going to open a few tarot cards for you and see what messages will be coming through for you for the month of August. Without further ado, now Capricorn, allow me to focus on this Akashic Records reading for you first. Capricorn, this is an important month where you have to experience emotions that maybe you haven't experienced in a long time. You have to face important choices and decisions. And at the same time, you have to address certain surprise situations. It's going to be in some ways a wonderful time to reconnect. It's a wonderful time for you to re-examine your roots and also to dwell a little bit farther into your new understanding of life now. How you understood and you viewed your life before is now shifting and changing. For many of you, you now have new intellectual ideas. You now have new goals. You now have new priorities. Not only you are shifting physically, because for some of you, they're showing me how physically you have done something to alter your appearance. So you look differently in a good sense, in a good way. But they are also showing me how internally you have reinvented yourself. If you are somebody who maybe you had to go through a situation where you felt that somebody fooled you, either a scamming situation, somebody took an opportunity from you, or maybe it is in a completely different situation that happened, but that feeling was left, that somebody tried to make a fool out of you. Now it feels that you have learned your lesson. And you are going to try to take matters in your own hands, not to only wait and see what happens. If you have been waiting to see what happens in a circumstance, now this will be the ending of it. For many of you, in some degree, you are going to have to deal with endings and new beginnings. Remember that an energetic chapter is coming to an end as you are now ready to take on the world to do more. If you have felt that maybe you weren't ready for love, surprisingly, you find yourself being more ready to search for love, to look for love. If you are already in a love relationship or in a marriage, you could be looking into different ways to reinvent yourselves as a couple, to maybe bring some sort of a passion, to bring something that is missing in that relationship or in that marriage. Finances are going to be a lot in your mind. Many of you are now going to have a new financial target, a new financial goal. You have to pay attention to where is it that potentially something show up to be fixed, to be repaired. Maybe you need to prepare and put some money aside in the event that happens as a precaution. For other Capricorns, it does feel that where internally you thought that, oh my God, something is broken, something needs healing, that could be happening in a flick of a moment. Because for some of you, you are going to have this internal power. Then suddenly you make a decision, you are very brave, and you follow through with it. Anything that so far you have been trying so hard to work and to make it happen is going to reach an important determination point where you are either going to make your peace with it, that it doesn't work, and you need to continue with a new project, continue with a new goal. For other ones, during this time, you are going to have a major breakthrough. If it is in connection to anything in regards to your health, to your physical well-being, or even to your physical safety, some of you have issues around your own physical safety, there's going to be a turning around of events, a major breakthrough. Because now the universe is going to direct you to the right diagnosis, if you have been struggling with that, the right course of treatment, the right people to help you with your health, your physical safety. There's going to be a lot of protection around you. For some of your Capricorns, they are showing me your aura. Your aura will be cleansed, and it is a powerful month. Not only we have a full moon on August 1st, but we also have the usual Lion's portal on August 8th. And it does feel that for many of you, there's going to be karma coming in to sweep away anything that no longer works for you in your life. And there's going to be this major clearing of energies. You are going to be guided to join forces with partners, business partners, other inventors, if you happen to be an inventor, other people to get together and collaborate. And this type of collaborations and partnerships are going to be very successful. There's also a sense that for some of you, you have to address issues in your immediate family. You could be asked during this time to handle the organization of some sort of a family event, a family gathering, and you are going to deal with forces. You're going to be witnessing forces and people coming together. People that maybe you never thought they will be coming together. You are going to also pay attention to what is happening politically in the country where you are located, or even in the local area where you live. Because during this time, you could be receiving news of a certain group of people or groups of people being very displeased, and then be trying to organize some sort of petition, organize a demonstration. So, in other words, they're preparing to let their dissatisfaction known. And at that point, you have to make a decision. Are you going to join in, signing a petition, joining the movement, or not? Or you are just going to be an observer. Maybe your ideas are completely different from this group of people. You have to deal with a circumstance where you need to be reimbursed. You need to be reimbursed about a service, getting your money back. You have to deal with sales, things being returned, products, items, services for some of you. You also have to deal with a mail and rebate type of situation. So if you are purchasing anything, maybe you do need to look for like a special password that gives you a discount that you need to enter at the time of purchase. You have to deal with a promo code. You have to deal with promotions of other kind. Many of you are going to be invited to either observe or join a circle, a social circle. This could be a country club. This could be a spiritual circle, a spiritual organization, a religious affiliation type of organization. You'll be asked to observe or to join a conference of like-minded people. It feels that the opportunities lie ahead for you to succeed financially and also to succeed in your career. But you'll be asked to give something up for this to happen. So you have to make some sort of a sacrifice. For some of you that are starting up something, you could be starting up a business idea. So where starting up applies to, it does feel that you are going to have signs along the way that you are headed in the right direction. But at the same time, you are also going to know what is it that you need to fix, repair, or make better in this startup project or business, or whatever it may be the case for you. If you are dealing with a brand new relationship, maybe it's fairly new, okay, you are also going to have to deal with some perplexed feelings that most likely are either arising from your past, or in some ways the past will catch up with you. In order for you to move on mentally, emotionally, but also physically in your life, okay, moving forward in life, there could be something that you need to clarify, make better, or make peace with it from your past. It could be about where is it that you are holding anger, who harmed you in some ways, that you are still holding anger and resentment toward that person or that group of people. Where is it that in love you could still, maybe you don't know about it or you're not fully aware about it, you could still be holding on to some feelings about an ex. And there are also issues of friendships that you have to address. For many of you, there's going to be this joyous reunion of friends, family members, relatives, things of the past that used to bring you joy. Could also be like an activity of the past that used to bring you joy that you decide to pick up. But there's also this sense that for you, you're going to have this idea, and it's going to be a very successful idea about how to make something old and repurpose it or make it all new. And this could be a relationship. This could be your interpersonal relationship, the way how you communicate, what kind of rapport are you building with each individual in your life, and how you can make something old, okay, an old relationship, and transform it into something new. For sure, the way how you're going to feel that you are communicating and the way how you feel that you are connecting and bonding with people is going to be brand new. They are also talking about the possibility of some of you thinking about the renewal of your vows. Maybe in the upcoming month, you're going to have some sort of a wedding anniversary coming up, and you'll be thinking, should I do something about it or not? For other ones, you could be planning now, should I do anything about upcoming birthday in a couple of months from now or not? So there's going to be a lot of ideas about planning. So planning ahead. You want to be very careful with your money, how you spend your money. If you have any investments, if you have, or if you are thinking of investing during this time. So caution is required. Some of you have to address issues around technology, okay? And I'm seeing some of you looking for a part to replace an old part or something that needs a replacement. This could be a part connected to your computer, connected to your car, okay? Maybe you need a part for a car to be replaced. Maybe your mechanic be doing that on your behalf. If you use other tools or other equipment, so it feels that there's a part missing and you'll be looking for that part so that you can fix the problem. You're also going to have to deal with some delays or something malfunctioning in the work environment, in the workplace, and then he has to fix, repair. And so that's not going to take too much time, okay? It may also be fixed right away. But if you are dealing with delays or setbacks, relax, because these are only meant to be minor ones, okay? And it's very interesting because you begin by having these high emotions, but then you are going to learn how to strategically balance yourself off. You're going to learn new ways. I'm sure that for some of you, you discover a meditation, a mantra, a prayer. You discover yoga, you discover Tai Chi. You discover something, okay, that will pull you. And it's going to be so easy for you to incorporate it in your daily life and in your daily routine. And you are also going to be drawn, you're going to be inspired one of these days to kind of give a good clearing to your home. I see of you, and I got a similar message for other signs as well. Going through boxes, going through drawers, and organizing, cleaning and organizing everything. If you are in the cleaning business, in the travel and vacation business, if you are in any type of business that has to deal with communication, media, and the internet, this could be a very busy month for you. This could be a month where you are going to have major breakthroughs. You could be landing that major client. You'll be landing a major contract. You could be doing negotiations back and forth. For some of you, you have to negotiate a deal, the terms of a deal, a job contract. For other ones, you are negotiating back and forth between you, family members, how to distribute some of duties and some of responsibilities and some of your chores. In the work environment, there's going to be a redistribution of who does what and who is responsible for what. And that ends up helping you, especially if you are overworking or if you took on more work than you can handle. And you have to address some complaints. Some of you have to address some complaints with the landlord, a person who is in charge of the neighborhood, maybe. You have to address some complaints about neighbors, co-workers, or for some of you, you have to address some complaints in the work environment. Now, in the work environment, this complaint coming from you or to you from others. Somebody also be complaining about you. So you have to address this type of issues. If you work in customer care, there's a lot of activities that you'll be dealing here and there with some very difficult individuals. But generally speaking, it's going to be okay. So do not be alarmed if people from your past pop up. They get in touch with you in some ways. Or, someone from your past suddenly pops up in your mind. It's just the energy of the month. And depending on how good you're going to be about managing your emotion, not allowing emotions to get the best of you, this could be a very productive month for you. Now I am going to open a few cards. I'm not done with your reading. So remember, this is a general reading. And if you'd like to know more, click on the Vimeo link down here below. That's going to take you to the Vimeo link for those of you who are interested for download and purchase. So now I opened a few cards, and the first card that I wanted to show up for you is Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, to me, it means developing a skill, working without anybody over your shoulder, determination, willpower, working steady towards a successful life, or working successfully towards a steady life. It represents somebody who does his or her job, accepts the situation. Hard work is needed to reach your goal at this time, but it also guarantees the achievement of a job well done. Many of you during this time, you'll be working at a skill that you have. I see of you training your voice, working on your singing abilities, working on how to give a speech, getting over some sort of a fear, okay, in interactions with others. So it feels like many of you are also going to be improving your public appearance. And I also see some of you that are working one by one, either in a book series. You could be developing creative ideas and working toward these creative ideas. I see a lot of you making beautiful art, coming up with brilliant ideas, and now you're going to figure out one by one how to execute these ideas and to make them real. I'm also sure that for some of you, you feel inspired to fix something yourself. You could be going through instructions, how to do that. And that could be appropriate for small things, how to put something together. But the major work, please leave it to the experts. So that's what I'm picking up. Money is growing little by little. Some of you during this time also have some opportunity to earn some money on the side, or either to develop some sort of a business idea on the side. I see sales. So if you work with sales, sales will be increasing. The next card that you have is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess to me represents a teacher, a spiritual leader, a counselor, someone who is very advised, someone who knows good and evil and is able to make decisions without being influenced. It also represents sometimes having to deal with money, trade, and negotiations. It represents education, a spiritual path, and also higher spiritual pursuits. It also represents a spiritual teacher. It is the High Priestess. Many of you are going to show up as a powerful force of nature. You could be dealing with a situation that nobody else knows how to handle it, and you could be stepping in to handle the situation. And people are going to be surprised by your ability to take over and to resolve the matter. And it may be for the majority of you that you have to step in a family-related circumstance. For other ones, you have to deal with having to make a choice or a decision, because I see a lot of you in your mind making a list of pros and cons, okay, advantages and disadvantages. You could be asking for divine guidance. You'll be praying to get a sign. You could be hiring someone to do a private reading for you, a private consultation. Maybe they need to go over your astrological chart, give you an Akashic Records reading, a tarot reading. For some of you, you'll be asking for some sort of an energy work. So there's going to be this clash of ideas, this clash of old and new, clash of generations even, and you'll be even caught in the middle. Many of you who have been working towards a certificate, a degree, a permit, or a license, finally you are going to be granted the degree, the permit, the license. And for some of you, you could be successfully be approved for some sort of a visa. So it could also be in connection to some sort of a travel arrangements or immigration related situations that maybe you have to apply, submit additional documentation that be asked of you at this time, so that it can be processed, go through, and you are going to receive what you are asking for. It could also be some sort of an approval. The next two cards, I'm going to put them together because these are very interesting. And this Soulmate card showed up for at least 2 or 3 other signs that I did so far. And I did shuffle the cards a lot of times, but this card seems to pop up a lot for different signs in the month of August. So, Soulmate and a triangle. So the pictures speak for themselves. The Soulmate card to me represents either a platonic friend is a soulmate, It represents you meeting a person with whom you're going to develop a relationship, a soulmate relationship in a love sense. Maybe you recently met this person, but it could also represent soulmate groups, okay? In some ways, karmic ties with a social connection will come to an end as a new social setting, a new social connection is opening up. It's going to be very clear to you who is going to show up for you at this time and who is going to be able to fully comprehend you and understand you. So you are going to gravitate toward the right places to be, the right people to meet. And also, for some of you, there's going to be a meeting of soulmate that for some reason is connected to your past. Either you are going to meet this person through family, through friends, through someone that you used to know in your past. You have a connection with them through your family of origin, through maybe your hometown. So maybe you have the same ethnic background. So there's something in your past that the two of you are going to have in common. And some of you also witness one of your exes returning in your life or running into them or making contact in some way. So it could be a romantic ex, a sexual partner, or an ex in a different way. Maybe it's an ex-friend or an ex-boss or even an ex-neighbor. For some of you, this could prove to be a little bit difficult because you'll be asked to make a choice here between two love choices, okay? Two relationships, okay? And for some of you, it could be about someone you used to date and the person that you are dating now. But you are also going to be dealing, pay attention here, because this triangle card also could mean that the person that you be interested in, maybe you're not dating them yet, the person that you are interested in, they also be dating somebody else. You discover that a person that you would be dating, they are also dating someone else. And for some of you, a family circumstance, a family member or a relative, okay, not be too pleased with the person that you are dating and then be asking you to make a choice. Either stop dating that person or you're not going to see me anymore. And you find yourself very propelled and in a very difficult circumstance. And the next card that you have is family. And I just spoke about, for some of you, could be about a family circumstance or family member, asking you to choose. Family will find a way to bless your life. And it could be that a family member or a relative be pointing something out to you. They could be providing for you at this time extra information that maybe you weren't aware. It could be about the person that you are seeing. It could be about some of you, maybe you had some difficulties getting your family's approval. Maybe they didn't approve of your love choices. And maybe that's now going to change. For some of you, it's going to be about an inheritance, and maybe you still have to sort out matters of an inheritance, paperwork associated with that, lawyers or a legal process that you have to go through. So for some of you, it is about emotional blessings that will find you at this time. You could be dealing with matters of a pregnancy, a child being born, not necessarily that the child will be yours, but a child in the family. So it feels like there's going to be events and gatherings when you are going to feel surrounded by your soulmates. And your soulmates could be your friends, other family members, children of your life. So for sure, you're going to have this sense that in your family, a whole cycle just ended and a whole new one is beginning. And it could be because maybe some of you are moving or even immigrating to another country. So a chapter ends and a new one begins. But in one way or another, rest assured that your soulmate family will find you no matter where you are. And you are going to be blessed by your ability to create interpersonal relationships with different people in your life, even through networking. That could be something for you to benefit from. I hope that this is making sense to you. If you'd like to know more, of course, click in the link down here below. That's going to take you to the Vimeo videos. For those of you who are interested for download and purchase, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to have a private consultation with me, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit our website, www.amalightworker.com. Again, like, share, subscribe, and I will reconnect with you in the next video. Bye for now.